Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share all my tips for achieving the perfect blowout with a lot of volume and making it look really nice and sleek. So taking you through exactly what I do from wet to dry hair. I really hope that you guys enjoy and pick up on a few of my tips, and let's get started. So starting off with totally freshly washed hair, which is still a little bit damp in the towel. I usually let my hair sit like this for a few minutes just to allow the hair to dry a bit, and then I take it out of the towel and I'll apply a little bit of this blow dry serum just to seal and moisturize primarily the ends of my hair, and it's also going to act as a heat protectant from when we start blow drying the hair. Once that's been worked in, I'm just going to brush my hair, and I get a lot of questions on what my favorite brush is, and it's definitely this one, which is actually made for kids. It's called the wet brush, and I've been using this for years and years. It's pretty affordable and it works amazing. It's very gentle, so I love it. And then once it's all brushed, I like to just run my fingertips through it and allow it to air dry for another few minutes. So now my hair is all ready to be blow dried, and I'm using this beautiful dryer from NuMe. It's in this gorgeous turquoise color. It's such a pretty dryer, and it's also really powerful. It has this negative ion technology, which helps to really lock in moisture in the hair, and it helps to counteract frizziness, and it creates this beautiful glossy sheen to the hair, which I love. So one of my first tips to achieving a lot of volume is definitely to blow dry your hair upside down. And as you can see, I'm pulling the root upwards because I really want it to go in the opposite direction of how it's going to be laying down, and this is going to create a lot of volume. So I always like to first blow dry my hair upside down, and then I'm just going to brush it through a little bit, and I'm going to start sectioning off the top portion of hair. And I like to do this because you can really get to all the hair evenly. And now I'm going to start to blow dry the hair with a round brush. This is the one that I've been using for about 2 years now. It's a ceramic round brush, and it has all these little holes in it, which allows the heat from the blow dryer to go inside and gets dispersed evenly, which makes it really good for blow drying your hair. And when the ceramic heats up, it also helps to give that glossy finish to the hair. So starting off with a small section, I'm placing the brush underneath the hair, the blow dryer on top, and I'm making sure to keep turning the brush as I'm pulling it down the hair. This will again really help to smooth out the cuticle of the hair. And then I'm going to spend just an extra few seconds on the very ends of the hair, because this is really where I need the most smoothing. It's the oldest hair. Then I also like to take that section of hair and wrap it around the brush one time, and this gives a little bit more of a hold to the hair when you're blow drying it. Then I like to roll up the brush to the top of the hair to again give some volume. It's also going to give a nice little soft wave to the hair, which I think is really pretty. Another little tip is to keep the blow dryer pointing in a downward direction, and that's going to help to seal the cuticle. So closing the cuticle is super important, and depending on the texture of your hair and if your hair is colored, how much damage there is in your hair, you might want to do this process a few times. So taking the hair, putting it around the brush, and then smoothing it out with the brush until you get the desired look that you want. And as I mentioned, I really just focus mostly on the ends of the hair. I actually kind of like when the top part of the hair is a little bit frizzier, because again, it does add to the volume of the hair, but I really like for the ends to be very nice and smooth and sleek looking. I'm just going to be repeating that process to the entire bottom section of the hair. Another cool thing about this dryer is that it has this infrared heat technology, which means that it delivers consistent and steady heat the entire time, so you don't have to worry about the dryer heating up or burning your hair. And I will be doing a little giveaway on this hair dryer, so if you would like to enter, you can check the description box down below. There will be 2 winners, and the giveaway will be taking place on Instagram, so definitely have a look if you're interested. Another tip, as you might have seen, is that I'm spinning the brush in an upward direction once I'm done with that section of hair, and that's going to help give a little bit of an extra bend at the end. And as I mentioned, the process is pretty much going to be the same for the entire lower part of the hair. It's going to be slightly different when we reach the top. And it did actually take me quite some time to learn how to do this properly, a lot of trial and error. It's definitely a learning process, but it's so worth it because you really feel like you have this fresh salon hair, and it's even cooler because you know how to do it by yourself, and it just ends up looking super sleek and shiny, which I love. So next I'm going to divide the top section of hair that we clipped away earlier, and you want to make sure that you get the very crown bit of hair. So as you can see here, it's almost looking like a square on the top of my head, and this hair is going to be blow dried in a different way. So you want to clip this away, and then we're going to continue the same process as we did on the lower part of the hair. So taking a small section of hair, putting the brush underneath it, the blow dryer on top, and pointing the blow dryer in a downward direction, and really working on smoothing out the hair and spending some extra time on the very ends. I've been thinking about you. I've been thinking about When it comes to the hair that's just around your face, it's nice to sometimes tease it a little bit more so you can get a bit of extra volume. I don't do this every single time, but it is nice for special occasions. So what I like to do is section off the part in two, like so. And then with a small tooth comb, I'm lightly going to back comb the hair. I've been thinking about you. I've been thinking about And if you find that your hair doesn't hold a tease well, or it's very, very soft, you could add a little bit of dry shampoo or a texturizing spray first. So I just spritz a little bit of this on there and then back comb as before. And as I mentioned, this will just give a little bit of extra grip to the hair and also extra volume. Dream of you. I've been thinking about I breathe the same way you do. But do I swim with you? I dream the same dreams you do. I've been thinking about you. So I've gone ahead and done the same thing on the other side, and as you can see now we have a lot of volume and the hair looks really nice and sleek. And at this point you could go ahead and add a little bit of hairspray to the ends if you would want to. And then for the very top section of hair, we're going to be blow drying this slightly differently. So I'm going to be taking horizontal sections this time, and I will be blow drying them all in a forward direction, so towards my face. And this is the same principle as when we were blow drying the hair upside down, in that you want to lay the root in the opposite direction of how it's going to be laying down at the end. And this will again help to create more body in the hair. So at this point the process is pretty much the same, just changing the direction of the brush and bringing it forward, but still working on smoothing out the hair and remembering to keep turning the brush as you're moving down the hair and focusing the most of the brushing at the tips of the hair, and then also rolling the brush back onto the head for a few seconds with the dryer pointing towards it to really lock in that wave. I breathe the same way you do. Do I swim with you? Do I dream the same dreams you do? I've been thinking about you. I've been thinking about you. once we're all done, I like to just take my dryer and put it on the cool temperature setting and just give my whole hair a blast of fresh, cool air. And this will help to lock in the style. It will also help make it look extra shiny. And then the last step is to apply a lightweight serum. I really like this one by Kerastase. I just take a small pump, run it through my hands, and then apply it to the hair, focusing most of it on the ends. And that completes my blow dry routine for super sleek and voluminous hair. I really hope that you guys found this video helpful and picked up on a few tips. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and as always, you can find me on my social media. I am on Instagram and Snapchat, and both of those are at AnnieJaffrey. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.